Wow, there's a lot of action here today. Buenas tardes, friends, fellow Texans, fellow Americans. And when I say fellow Americans, I mean all of us. Whether your last name is Garcia or Green, Mohammed or Martinez, Smith, Lopez, Curiel, or Clinton. Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to be with you in the Alamo City, home of the beautiful Riverwalk and the Tex-Mex capital of the world. As one of 5 Democrats on the Texas State Board of Education, I proudly represent the Rio Grande Valley, the Coastal Bend, and the Crossroads section of Texans. But more importantly, I represent the over 5 million students in Texas public schools. Regardless of the language they speak, regardless of the God that they pray to, regardless of their ethnic background. A duty that Republicans have forgotten, or worse, ignored. While Governor Abbott travels around Texas promoting his book, while Ken Paxton defends himself in court against securities fraud, Texas ranks 43rd in the nation in educational attainment and 38th in per pupil funding. And on the day that over 600 public schools lost the Texas school finance lawsuit, Abbott claimed a victory for Texas taxpayers and the Texas Constitution. He even praised Paxton and the team of lawyers who tried the case against our Texas children. It's this type of mentality and backwards thinking and failed policies that keep Texas from becoming the greatest state in the country. It seems to me that both Abbott and Paxton prefer the educational styles of Trump University, full of fraud and failure. What the Republican Party has done and continues to do to our children, to our families, to our communities, does not reflect American values. It does not reflect Texas values. In their latest attacks, the Tea Party and some Republican members of the State Board of Education want to further distort reality in textbooks and poison what our children learn and are taught. They want schools to teach that separation of church and state, a key constitutional principle that protects religious freedoms in our country, is a myth. They reject science and want textbooks to teach that evolution and climate change are lies. They want students to learn that slavery was just a side issue during the Civil War, and that Moses helped influence the Constitution. And if that wasn't enough, get this, that the Republican Party has been the real champion of civil rights. And that's only a part of it. Conservatives push textbooks that whitewash and censor our history of oppression, rewriting our Mexican-American history and our contributions to this nation. They think they have the right to define who we are. Democrats on the State Board of Education continue to fight to bring the faces of real American heroes from all backgrounds, like those who led in combat during World War II, like Dr. Hector P. Garcia, founder of the American GI Forum, leaders like Cesar Chavez, who fought for a better quality of life for farm workers, and like Dolores Huerta, who to this day continues to fight. I don't know about you all, but I am tired. I am sick and tired of turning on the television to witness hatred, talks of a wall dividing our country, threats of mass deportation of Muslims and Mexicans, fear used to score political points, racism, and the loss of the very ideals that built this nation. I'm tired of going on social media and seeing comments by our lieutenant governor saying you reap what you sow. On the day of the worst mass shooting in U.S. history. I'm tired of Abbott claiming a victory for underfunding our public schools and limiting the resources of our Texas children. We must stand and fight against the very policies meant to keep us down, meant to divide us and keep us powerless. We must fight the strategic dismantling of our Texas public schools by the Republican Party. We must ensure that our children have the opportunity to realize the American dream. I want a Texas where children can receive the best education regardless of the zip code that they live in. I want a Texas where a woman's right to choose is hers and hers alone. I want a Texas where equal pay is available to all women. I want a Texas where veterans have access to the best health care in the world. I want a Texas where you're free to worship the God of your choice without discrimination. I want a Texas where our voters aren't suppressed at the polls. I want a Texas where you can choose who you want to love. That's the Texas that I believe in. That's the Texas that this Democratic Party believes in. And that's the Texas that I will continue to fight for. Gracias. Que Dios los bendiga y que Dios bendiga a Texas.